In the previous lesson, you learned how joystick values transmitted over the VexNet remote control system can be used to control motors, and that you will need to assign the joystick value to a specific motor using the vexrt command. In this lesson, you will open an existing sample program and experiment with the VexNet remote control system. Let's start by opening the sample program. Go to File, Open Sample Program, Remote Control, and select Dual Joystick Control.c. Most of the code should be pretty familiar to you by now. The pragma statements at the top of the program configure the motors connected to the robot's drivetrain. Task main is included in every program you write and contains the behavior for the robot to execute. The only remaining code is a while loop and two motor commands. Let's take a closer look at the while loop. You learn that a while loop repeats the commands in between its curly braces over and over as long as the condition between its parentheses is true. The condition here is 1 == 1, checking if 1 is equal to 1. Well, 1 is always equal to 1, so this condition is always going to be true. This while loop is going to repeat the commands in between its curly braces forever, or until you stop it. A loop with a condition that's always true has a special name, an infinite loop. Now let's take a look at the commands that are being repeated. Motor, left motor, equals vexrt channel 3, and motor, right motor, equals vexrt channel 2. Remember that motor commands set motors to run at specified power levels, with valid values ranging from -127 to +127. You learned in the previous lesson that the vexrt command allows you to access the values from the remote control, and that the joystick values range from -127 to +127. So the line motor, left motor, equals vexrt channel 3 is setting the left motor on our robot to run at the value provided by the left joystick's vertical axis. And the line motor, right motor, equals vexrt channel 2 is setting the right motor to run at the value provided by the right joystick's vertical axis. Now that we've covered what the different parts of our program do, let's talk about why they are important. The vexrt commands access the joystick values once, when they are run. The motors then get updated to those values. But in order for the robot to remain responsive to the human driver, the motors must continually be set to run at the most current joystick position values. The role of the while loop here is crucial. Each time the loop repeats, the motor commands run, and the motors are updated to the new joystick values. As a side note, also notice that there is no wait statement in the while loop. In fact, adding a wait statement would only make our control over the robot less responsive. Instead of the while loop repeating the motor commands over and over very quickly, it would have to wait for the specified amount of time to elapse every repetition, making things quite jerky. Time to try it out. Make sure your robot is powered on and connected, and go to Robot, Compile and Download. Run the program, and then practice controlling your robot in real time. By moving the left and right joysticks on the remote control, you are able to make the robot move forward, turn, and reverse.